Welcome back. Today we're going to dive into the life of a truly incredible figure, someone who mastered both the physical and the spiritual worlds, the Prophet Idris. He was a real pioneer of both science and faith.
And that brings us to a really fascinating question. How can science actually be a gateway to spirituality? They might seem like they're on opposite ends of the spectrum, but it turns out an ancient prophet might have held the key all along.
So let's meet Prophet Idris. While he was, of course, a profound spiritual guide, what's amazing is that historians of science also see him as a true pioneer, an actual originator of knowledge and discovery in his time. I mean, his legacy is just immense. He's credited with founding sciences we still use today, like astronomy and mathematics. But he also preserved his wisdom. He authored 30 sacred scrolls, and get this, 29 of them still survive today in the Arabic language. He was the ultimate guide, really, building a bridge between our material world and the divine. So, how did he do it? How did he guide people? Well, a crucial part of his method was actually using science and different techniques as a path to spiritual understanding. Let's really get into how he did it. He had this brilliant method for drawing people towards spirituality. See, he didn't start with these big, abstract ideas. First, he met them where they were at. He addressed their physical needs. He taught them practical sciences, things like urban planning, writing, math, skills that made their daily lives better. It was only after building that foundation of trust and well-being that he would slowly begin to nurture their spiritual needs, gently guiding them toward an awareness of God. This approach, by the way, was something many prophets used. And how did he spread his message so far and wide? Well, according to tradition, Prophet Idris could speak 72 different languages. Just think about that for a second. The ability to connect with anyone from any culture in their own native tongue. This, in itself, is, of course, a miracle. Another really crucial principle from his life is the concept of hijra, or migration. What this teaches us is that when the place we live in is stifling our spiritual growth, we have a duty to leave. We have to seek a new environment that will actually nurture our spirit, even if that journey is incredibly difficult. Now, Prophet Idris's guidance wasn't just in what he did, it was meticulously preserved in his sacred scrolls. So let's briefly review some of the key wisdom from these amazing texts and share a few points with you. The first scroll, the Scroll of Gratitude, asks us to see the divine favor in all beings. It teaches that in every single glance we take, in every breath, in every blink, there are just countless hidden divine blessings. It's a powerful call to witness God's generosity in every single moment of our lives. Then you have the Scroll of Creation, which explores our duality as humans. On one hand, yes, we're created from very humble materials, a drop of sperm, blood, physical weakness. But on the other hand, we possess a divine aspect. And here's the key. This teaches us that our true dignity doesn't come from being proud of ourselves. It comes from humility before God, because that humility is what connects us to the source of all dignity, to absolute dignity itself. And this brings us to what is maybe the most powerful teaching in all the scrolls. It's one that explains the nature of divine love through an experience we can all understand, the love of a mother. So, the third scroll asks us to really think about it. Who brought you out of the darkness of the womb and into the light of the world? Who took care of you and provided for you when you were completely helpless, not even able to feed yourself? Now, the immediate answer is, of course, my mother. But the scroll is pointing us to the ultimate provider, God. The scroll explains that a mother's incredible, enduring love is no accident. It is a divine gift. As the text says, were it not for the love I placed in her heart for you, she would have left you at the first hardship. Her selflessness, her ability to keep going, that's a direct reflection of God's mercy. And I mean, just think about it for a minute. A mother will go hungry so her child can eat. She endures so much hardship for your comfort. Her seemingly endless patience and her forgiveness are divinely inspired. She is the chosen vessel, the designated channel for God's providence to reach us when we are at our most vulnerable. This brilliantly illustrates the divine plan, showing us a real, tangible piece of God's care right here on earth, through her. So now that we've seen this single, powerful drop of divine love manifest in a mother, we have to ask ourselves, what must the entire ocean be like? What is a God whose love is literally infinite truly like, if this is just one tiny glimpse? So, okay,
what does all this ancient wisdom mean for us right now, today? Let's look at the legacy Prophet Idris leaves for our own lives.
You see, the life of Prophet Idris wasn't just a story. It's a living map. For anyone who wants to walk a spiritual path today, his life and teachings offer a way forward. You can benefit from his inner guidance. And so, just as he's mentioned in some prayers as a guide, we too can ask for his help on this path. We ask him to help us, turning this knowledge into a real, heartfelt aspiration for our own connection and our own growth.